Imagine you are 50 years old, reached pinnacle of your career. Your children have completed their studies, have chosen their career paths. Your wife is happily doing gardening at home. What next? Do MBA at Next campus. Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Thanks, Next, for giving me this opportunity to share my experience. Exciting, interesting. My last academic engagement was about 2 decades back. So 2 weeks in the classroom was tough and hard. I didn't understand anything. It's like Greek for me. So I want to give up. So I went and met Kumudu and told her that I want to give up and I'm not comfortable. And she straight away said, no, don't. We are there for you. We will help you in every possible manner. And go back to the classroom and study. Then one thing she told me struck me very hard, you know. She said, Chamara, it's now or never. So that really hit me hard. So I went back home, thought to myself. Next day I went and met my colleague in the industry, a former staff, Next alumni, Saminda Desapriya. And I told him. He said the same thing. He said, no, don't give up, go ahead. Chamara, I had the same feeling, and I overcame it and did extremely well. So that encouraged me to go back to the classroom and do my studies. I had the resilience to bounce back. So Kumudu's now or never thing really bounced me back. In fact, I knew my strengths and weaknesses. So I was weak in computer and maths. So first thing I did was, I went for private tuition on computer. And I managed to do a PowerPoint presentation by myself. Then I concentrated on 4 key areas. Remember, these are the critical ones that you all should, if you're studying, to continue. I had short notes. Thanks, Kumudu, for giving me that Next branded notebook. I had a full of notes when I finished. And I still refer it to, if I need to study something and to my work scope, I used to still refer it to that. Short notes. So every lecture I had short notes. The next thing, soon after the lecture was over, I used to go back and Google the Next and BCU Moodle. I used to log into that and read the lectures back and again and again and again. At times 4 or 5 times, maybe 6-7 hours a day. So by the time I'm ready for the next lecture, I was conversant with the whole lecture, what was happened, taught the other day. So that's the second thing. Third thing, I recorded certain lectures which I was weak at, and I didn't understand much, especially on the maths. So that a particular lecture which JJ taught us on EOQ, I recorded that lecture, 45-minute lecture. Guys, you think driving to office and back is boring and tiring? No. I listened to that conversation 14 times up and down to office and back. And by the time I was ready for the exam, I have mastered the EOQ technique. So all my colleagues in the classroom came running to me for maths question. I did excellent. I got good marks. Thank you. The fourth thing is, I knew if I miss one class, it's going to be tough on me. It's hard to recover. So I had 100% attendance in classrooms. I did not miss a single class. So those 4 key areas got me going. Then came to the most difficult part, which most of the students the graduates find the dissertation, the last lab, the last hurdle. So what I did was, I selected a topic which is relevant to my scope of work. A post-harvest losses in tea linked to tea greenleaf handling. So I selected the topic and I went up to Dusty and JJ. JJ was my supervisor. And they said, fantastic. They readily accepted and said, go ahead and do it. And I went back. I started. In fact, I had practical experience of the subject. But I did not have much experience in theory and research. So I wanted to marry both together. And I went into the field. I did a lot of in-depth interviews. In fact, the BC Moodle has millions of articles which I narrowed down, the peer-reviewed articles, journals, research papers, and so forth. I narrowed down all what I wanted. And in fact, I'm a tea manufacturing advisor. I used to visit FTA factories and estates. So I took 3 months off from my office and my colleagues helped me out. I stayed back in office. And for the practical interviews, I went up to the factories. In fact, I interviewed the number one in the tea industry, the tea commissioner up to the tea plucker. And I 50 odd in-depth interviews and compiled a report. My difficult part was, how do I narrow down a 30,000 word document into a 15,000 word document? Then I went back to Dusty and JJ again and showed them a draft. And they said, Shamar, this is fantastic. Everything is equally important. And how do you narrow it down? They suggested you take the essential one, the critical ones into the main body and rest into the annexures. And I got a distinction. Thank you. And one more thing I did, like whenever I submitted assignments, I used to get back to my office, shared my little success with my colleagues and team. So they were, praising me, commending me. I was happy, I was overjoyed. And on top of it, I had a lot of friends in the classroom. So in fact, my company is the largest tea auction logistics in the world with 30,000 pallet locations, 250,000 square feet of space, and first LEED certified center in the world for tea. And I give the leadership for that. And we were all 100% tea, and all our eggs in one basket. So I want to diversify. So the classroom experience and my connections made me to do that. And I struck a deal with a multinational company and moved into 3PL logistics from tea. Thank you, Next, for that. In fact, Next had fantastic facilities in the classroom was fantastic, well-structured, organized, neat and clean, and lovely cafeteria, tastefully designed by Dusty and Kumudu. And it had tea, coffee, and soft drinks and so forth. Dilum used to make a fantastic cup of tea. I've been drinking tea and tasting tea for years and years, and I never had that lovely tea from Dilum. And only thing what was lacking during my stint was espresso machine. I think Dusty, you can afford to buy one now. Thank you so much. Finally, let me humbly invite all the next lecturers to rise. We all of us need to show our love and gratitude. Please rise. Guys, give a round of applause to them. If not for them, none of these 200 students wouldn't have been here. Thank you so much. Finally, I thank my parents, my mother, my wife, and Mutti, 2 angels, and my father in heaven are looking at me. Thank you. And I wish all of you great success in the future. Thank you very much.